Let me show you the exercise system on the Garmin Insane 3, and also I'll briefly show you how to actually use it. So to start an exercise, all you have to do is press the GPS button once, and you will be able to select your favorite exercise here. So I have set this up to be walking or biking. That's really what I only do. And if you also scroll down using the ABC button, we can also add more exercise to this favorite exercise system. Basically press the GPS then, and here we can select essentially more exercise. So maybe I will show you what we actually have here. So under the outdoor exercise we have these. Again, then running, different running exercises, different cycling exercises, swimming, okay. So you see it's actually like very advanced here. Winter sports, snowboarding, even ice skating, that's cool. Windsurfing. Yeah, it's like super advanced actually. Even we can track football. Okay, another exercise. So we also have golfing as well. Gaming, not sure what you can track in the gaming. And again, if you want to add any exercise to your favorites, again, simply select it with the GPS, set as favorite, okay, and then we need to actually like align it basically which number we actually want. So the first one basically is basically if you press the GPS once and press GPS twice, it will actually automatically start this exercise. So maybe this is very useful if hiking, for example, is your most used exercise. So if I press the GPS once, okay, so it's actually walking. Yeah, I was wrong. So basically this is what exercise actually looks like. And once you start exercise, on the top here, you'll see this GPS signal. So it will try to find your GPS signal. And once we have our GPS signal, it will actually alert you that it's like ready to start. And as you see, even indoors, actually the GPS locked on. So the GPS system, this sensor, is actually like very, very powerful on the device. So it locks on super fast, even indoors for me, near window. So yeah, it's actually like really good. And once we have the like GPS lock on, we can essentially start with the GPS button. And as you see, it will start basically show you what else you want to see. And also we can use these buttons again to go to the next screens on the exercise as well. Then if you want to pause the exercise, you can again use GPS button. So also again we can resume it with the same button. And then once you like pause it, to offer you maybe this, but again you can press this lower button here and it will give us various options such as these. For example, we can discard it. Okay, and then also if you want to actually change the exercise settings, like options, before actually start the exercise, click the menu button here, and for example we can adjust the walking settings. So this is walking exercise. We can add data screens, for example, so we can edit what we have here. For example, you can choose which data screen we want to edit. Then once satisfied, click the GPS and edit, for example, the field 1. So we can choose from the different fields. So these are some of the like categories for some fields. So let me show you basically maybe some. So there are a lot of fields basically. For example, even navigation fields as well. Actually, let me scroll through all of them. Again, maybe you do not have this watch, you can see what you can actually add here. So you can see it's actually very advanced. Temperature fields, cadence fields. By the way, there is one negative thing about this watch. For the walking exercise, there is no step count. So what the hell, Garmin, what is going on? So if you are basically wanting to count your steps, this watch really isn't the best for you. Okay, and there are so many options actually in this here. Okay, we're almost done. Timer fields. So yep, it's like incredibly advanced actually. So yep, simply select the field you want to edit and choose basically the stuff you want, and it will basically be changed. Also we can reorder the order of that tiles, for example. As you can see, we can change the stuff. Okay, and once we actually go back, as you see, we actually have like customized this slightly. And again, you can edit these pages as well here, or even add more pages to the exercise. So you can, I guess, get like even maybe pretty much unlimited things. Oh, okay, so there are different things that we can actually add. So like even music controls as well to the exercise. Let's see what else we can add. Virtual partner, no idea what that is. Again, the music controls, that virtual partner. Okay, so we maybe have a limit of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess 4 pages is the limit on this watch. Also on the top over here you see we have this 18 hours, so that means basically the GPS will be able to track us for 18 hours. Also we can actually edit the GPS system also that's actually being used. So we can go to the power mode, I think, here. So for example, as you see, for example, let's select the maximum battery and check how much time it actually gives us. So you see 67 hours now. So as you see, as we change the GPS essentially. Also, let me show you some more settings that we can actually edit here. So it's actually like super advanced. So again, for each of the workout, we can edit these things. Again, as well, this is actually cool if you want to broadcast your heart rate maybe to a device. Also, this is actually cool. We can actually, when we actually start this workout, let's turn it on. Okay, basically, I'll show you a bit later, basically, but basically we can make the flashlight also flash as we actually like start that workout. I will show a bit later. So also we can record temperature in settings, change the background color and stuff like that. So again, let's start. As you see, basically once I start, the flashlight actually flashes, and again this is like very useful when we are simply like walking somewhere, running, and again, yeah, like absolutely insanely cool. So the flashlight definitely is my favorite feature on this watch easily actually. Also, by the way, on this watch, if you can press the GPS button, we can also enter this navigation mode as well, and also backtrack function. So if you maybe are walking somewhere in forest and you do not want to get lost, you can save your location, basically get yourself back if you ever get lost somewhere. And again, as you see, we actually have like different options here. And also, again, if you press this, we can pan and zoom in the map as well here. So you see, the Instance 3 actually is very upgraded because it will show you your city names nearby as well. So again, if you are somewhere, again, you simply get lost somewhere, you can actually see your city names nearby. So you can actually kind of navigate back to your nearby city essentially. So again, on the Instinct 2 we actually didn't get this, so this is actually kind of huge upgrade, and we essentially get almost like a very low-end mapping system on this watch essentially. So yeah, this is actually like really cool. And again, yeah, there actually are tons of different options here. Also we have the Garmin share as well here. So you can see, you can actually, if you have a friend with another Garmin device, you can essentially do these things together. So again, absolutely awesome. And also after you finish your workout, you also see your workout details here. For example, you can see your map where you have been, and essentially you can also see basically the walking speeds. You can see how fast you have been walking, also your weather details here, and very short details here with the distance, heart rate, calories, and stuff like that. Also, if we go here on the stats, you can see your pace, speed, average speed. So it's actually like kind of advanced. But again, the Garmin instinct is like very bad when it comes to step counting. For example, it doesn't even gives us our step count for the exercise. So again, this walking exercise, what the hell, Garmin? So you can see even your sweat loss. That's crazy. Also intensity minutes and stuff like that. So also like different laps if you want to record them, and also various charts for the pace, heart rate. Also if we click this, we can also get a graph of how our heart rate has been during that time. Basically, also if we click this, we can like overlay here as well different data all over. So yeah, actually kind of cool. And also we have this training effect, basically. Okay, so how basically taxing has it been on you, and also your cadence, elevation gains, and heart rate zones as well. If we click gears, maybe if you use another device combined with this one to also show this. But yeah, this is basically what it looks like. And yeah, overall, when it comes to exercise tracking, I think this is absolutely amazing watch. So on this watch, yeah, the GPS system is actually like so advanced this year, and it's like super fast and actually so precise as well. And it consumes like barely any battery whatsoever, basically. And also if we enable one of those battery saver modes for the GPS, it runs for like absolutely insane huge time. So again, I'm actually like super satisfied with the GPS performance on this watch. So it's easily like one of the best GPS watch that I have ever seen, so from any brand. So yeah, absolutely love the GPS system. Again, exercise like workouts also is good. We even get that like kind of mini mapping as well, where you can see your city names. So again, yeah, it's actually like very good upgrade over the previous Instinct 2. The only thing what I do not really like about the Instinct watch is really the step counting. So it undercounts like crazy, and again, even walking exercise we can't even see the step count. So again, if you care about the step count, I do not think this is the best watch for you. Anyway, yep, absolutely awesome watch. Yeah, good luck guys.